My name's Yasmin Miller and I live in Wokingham and work for the Skills Funding Agency. 8 years ago, in 2003, I used to work for a large international financial services organisation as a corporate tax accountant. During my time there, I developed depression, which got bad enough for me to have time off work, and eventually I was off work for over 4 years before going back into full-time employment. I was referred to Wokingham Borough Employment Service by the local community mental health team, and at the employment service they really helped me to start getting back on the road to regaining some confidence. What they did was to help you take little steps along the way. So the first thing they did was to ask if I might consider doing some voluntary work. The first thing I did was 1 day a week with the Wokingham Countryside Service, who's based at Dinton Pastures. That was every Wednesday. We would go out and do all sorts of things, chopping down trees, mending fences, painting little bollards at the side of the road, you name it, all sorts of different things. Being able to go out and be confident to mix with people, to be accepted by people, and to do something useful again was a huge step in my recovery. Over the next couple of years I did various different types of voluntary work, and throughout that time my confidence built slowly until I was able to contemplate going out and getting a real job again, a full-time paid job. They treat everybody according to their own needs, so the people that come along initially and have no confidence, they're very gentle with them. They don't push them into applying for a job straight away, but they try and take them through processes to build confidence, to practice writing a CV or a covering letter, and they have all facilities available for typing, they have newspapers to check adverts. For me, I went on a couple of courses. One was called Broadening Horizons, which was really just getting people to think about the possibility of working again. The second one was an in-house one run by the Employment Service, and that was a bit more practical. It got onto writing CVs, thinking what sort of work we might want to do in future, and even practice interviews. Anybody else who's in a similar position where they maybe haven't worked for a long time and find it very difficult to contemplate taking that step, because it is an enormous step, I would definitely recommend Wokingham Borough Employment Service. They take you through step by step at the pace which is right for you. Some people are never going to go into full-time paid work, it's just not what is going to work for them. But the Employment Service don't push you down that one route. They say if you can only do part-time, or if voluntary work is the way you want to go, then that's fine. What was key to me was the one-on-one support with the support worker who you see regularly. You manage to build up a relationship with that person and to be able to confide in them. And if you have a particular thing coming up, like an interview or an application, they'll help you with that particular piece of work. So it's very tailored support to exactly what the individual needs. As part of my overall journey back into full-time work, I think the support I got from Wokingham Borough Employment Service was absolutely key. I was getting other treatments and other medication for my depression, but in terms of focusing me and pointing me in the right direction and giving me support towards not just recovery from the illness, but the next steps back to a normal life and into employment, that's where the Employment Service were really, really important and played a huge part for me.